What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. You know, one of the things that you guys really were outspoken against is me not talking about zone depths being set in Madden. So, I've got Madden 21 on bottom, and I've got Madden 20 on top. And one of the first things that concerns me is if you're reading this pre-snap, the position of the defensive backs in terms of how their stance is has changed. Now, if that's because their coverage is going to be aggressive or more, quote, realistic, I guess all of that has yet to be and will yet to be seen. I do know that every year it's talked about how this is going to be what finally has X's and O's in Madden. This is what's going to make game planning a thing. This is what's going to mean people who know football now excel in Madden. And yet every single year we're back to this position right here where we're talking about that new feature, that new option, whatever the case. When we talk about that, one of the things I want to speak about is something that, to my impression, is done if you actually set these depths. And that's the ability to select personnel, whether you've got the fastest player on the fastest, the tallest on the tallest. If you recall, when they initiated that, that was going to be what really changed the game. Now you could get those fast defensive backs that could hang with older players. You could draft those taller players and it would matter. And we've learned through animations or the same defensive broken logic, none of those things truly matter. Now, if you're going to tell me I can set the depth in which my players drop, that's great from a gameplay standpoint, but let's just say, is it going to fix slants? Is it going to fix all verticals? Because that's what they're trying to do, okay? I think most of us agree slants have been not overpowered, just broken in the way the defense plays them. So if you're telling me that setting depth in secondary drops for zones is going to somehow fix a defense, well then why wasn't the game programming itself like that before? And if that's going to be what happens, why can't I control what player goes into what zone? Because if you're telling me that, let's say I've got a fast receiver on the outside, and I want the initial zoned corner, the first one that's going to approach him, to be the fastest player I have to make sure that he's checked that zone for the longest time, that's a meaningful change. But EA is already coming out and apparently telling us that that won't be. It'll default to the best corner. So to me, I think back to when the Colts had to play against Randy Moss. We didn't have a corner that could play Randy Moss, so we got Tim Jennings, who was our fastest player, to go cover him. And he did an admirable job. That type of strategy is void in Madden currently, and will absolutely be void in Madden based on this change. Because the mindset of, let me get my tallest player to cover this short slot receiver on his initial zone read can't happen. You go right back to overalls. So it's like you're taking one thing away when you're giving us something else, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm not going to want to draft that fast corner. I'm not going to want to draft that tall corner for the specific need of playing them in a certain circumstance, when if I edit these zone drops, which are going to apparently make all the difference in the world, all of that goes out the window. So it's just one of those unique things where people look at it and say, oh, why aren't you talking about this? Well, because to me, by definition, EA has told us it does not matter. A corner is now turned at an angle the way he would be if he was playing zone in real life. I'm shocked. Oh, congratulations. How many years did this finally take to get in the game, but now it's here? Now I'm supposed to think everything is different because we can set depth drops. I'm sure it's going to be just as, if not more, exploited than anything else, and I'll gladly eat my words if I'm wrong. But I don't know why they would take away personnel if that was the actual case in making the game better. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking out. And you know I will be back in the week with more commentary.